All right. Hey, everybody. This is Caleb Allen with PReXpresso.com. I want to share a little bit about who I am and what I do so that you'll understand a little bit better, and then also give you some content that you can take home with you. So let's get right to it. First, a little bit about me. I am a husband to a wonderful wife of almost 3 years next week. I am a father of little twin boys, Jackson and Ashton. They're 2 years old. And my wife and I, Stephanie, we have one on the way in December as well. I'm a professional musician, an entrepreneur, a marketer, a consultant, and here's the one I really want you to remember. I am a problem solver, always have been, and I have this uncanny ability to take whatever problem you're facing, particularly ones that have an online attachment, like getting more clients, customer service, those kinds of things, and find a workable solution for your specific problem. But even if it's not online based, I have lots of experience in different types of businesses, different types of marketing, and I'm confident that we could find a solution for whatever problem it is that you're facing. So consider me your resident problem solver. What I do is fourfold here on PReXpresso. I do video marketing. So that is any type of commercial, lots of typography videos. We do live video if you need it, but really what we specialize in is typography and images in video. And here's an example of one that we did that you can watch. So that's an example of the kind of videos that we do, especially the typography ones. That obviously is set to royalty-free music and was for a gig on Fiverr. So we can do anything with that. It just depends on what you want to say and who you're trying to reach, and then we tailor that video around that. We also do social marketing, so things like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest ads, all of that kind of stuff, and also press releases. Anything shareable is what falls under social marketing. So we'll get into that a little bit in a minute. AdWords optimization. A vast majority of businesses are either overspending or severely underconverting on their AdWords campaign, and that's costing them a lot of money. What a lot of businesses don't realize is there's some simple optimization things that you can do that I'll share with you here in a minute that would drastically increase the amount of people who click through your ad and convert, and drastically reduce the amount you spend per click. So we'll get into that just a little bit here. I also do e-commerce. I started selling things online when I was young. I've started selling things not online before that, but when I was new to the web space, I started selling online, and recently I've gotten involved in Amazon. Amazon is one of my favorite businesses now because I just started it 3 months ago. I'm already doing $2,500 a month in sales with no prior experience on Amazon, just with regular e-commerce itself. But with Amazon, the amazing thing about Amazon is it's just super scalable. I mean, you can put in the same amount of effort and scale to $1 million business very easily, and outsource a lot of your customer service if you want to, outsource a lot of your product selection if you want to. It's completely automated if you want it to be, or you can choose pieces of it that you want to be involved in. So I really like the Amazon business, and I've been consulting and helping people start their Amazon business since I started. So that's another thing that we can help you with. All right, here's my content for the day, stuff that you can take home with you, my top 5 tips for reaching your customers online. These are proven ways, proven techniques, things that will improve your overall marketing when you're marketing on the internet to your ideal customers. And here's the equation that we're trying to solve. Blank equals sales. What is it that if you can have that, you will always be able to get sales? By the end of this, we'll answer that equation for you. We'll solve it. Number 1 is content marketing. My favorite tip here is content marketing, and you by now have heard of content marketing. It's extremely popular right now, just from the amount of shareability that it has. It's the viral sensation. A good piece of content can be shared to thousands of people, and then that has unlimited amount of reach. And a great way to do content marketing, one of my favorite ways to do content marketing, is indirect content marketing. So if I'm selling a supplement, for instance, I would do a content piece on that supplement and the benefits and all of that kind of stuff, not necessarily about my supplement, but that supplement. And then at the end, I'd say, and if you want to try it, here's one that you can buy on Amazon. They don't have to know it's my company that put out the article. None of that. It's just good content. And I've offered them something, and now I'm sweetening the pot by maybe giving them a little bit of a discount to try it, or just giving them a link where they can go get it directly, making it more convenient for them. And that's good content marketing. Here's a good matrix here, the content marketing matrix. It's got the 4 quadrants of different types of content that will convert for you, ways that you can grab people's attention through entertainment, through inspiration, through education, and then through conviction, or people's ratings, people's reviews, social proof, research proof, those kinds of things. All of these are great ways to, and combinations of these are even better ways to grab people's attention, get them to click on your article, read through it, and then still be interested enough to keep clicking through to whatever you're trying to sell them. It's kind of an indirect sales model. So that's my favorite way to set up an online campaign. We also have landing pages is my number 2 tip. Now, your website is obviously where you want people to end up, but you may not want to send them there right away. For instance, if you're selling something on Amazon, you may not want to send people straight to Amazon because it hurts your conversion if they don't buy. What you want to do is send targeted leads to your Amazon page or to your website so that they convert, because that helps you rank on Google also if you're not on Amazon. So the landing page is an in-between page between where they click and where you want them to go. And oftentimes it has things that that help you convert that client. So here's an example of a landing page. We've got your unique benefit up here on the top. We've got a video, because video is the #1 selling tool to help you increase your conversions. And then you have a call to action, always, always, always. And you have an email form, which is a great way to grab someone's email address in exchange for free content, in exchange for a special deal, things that they couldn't get without their email. You have to make it worth it for them to sign up. But if you can grab their email and then get them to click through. So a good way to do this, for instance, if you're selling online, is you would have them give you their email in exchange for a deal for the product that they're about to buy on Amazon. And now you have their email to retarget them later. And then you give them a deal that they then go use on Amazon. And because they have a deal, when they click on Amazon, they're probably intending on buying, or they're much more likely to buy than someone who you didn't prime for that. So that's a landing page. A good landing page has a specific goal that is different from selling your product. It helps you sell later. Third, email. This is one of the most overlooked and yet super powerful ways to reach clients online. Email is the only way, except for stuff like instant messaging and chat and things like that, the only way that you can have that level of relationship with people online. It's the closest thing to face-to-face that you can get, obviously besides something like a Skype or a video chat, but you don't generally see Skype, video chat, those kinds of things used in a mass selling platform. Occasionally webinars, if that's all you do and you're like selling, not generally for physical products, but if you're selling online products or software products, then webinars are like the closest thing that you can get to a personal relationship because you have the instant interaction. But email is the easiest, I'll put it this way, it's the easiest, most effective way to sell online. Because if you have someone's email address, you have a personal connection to them. Now, you don't want to abuse this, and that's why I have a couple of my email techniques right here. Number one, you always want to make sure you have relevant content in your email. I always like to put a link that has relevant content in it, and then if I can, put relevant content in the copy of the email itself so that they get something just for clicking. They get something that's helpful to them, either inspirational for the rest of their day, or gives them a piece of information that's helpful, and then if they click, they get even more value. So you're basically trying to increase the value every time they click on something that is yours. Number two is personalize. You can do this automatically through a lot of places like MailChimp or Aweber or anywhere where you host your email list. they'll do that automatically where you can grab somebody's first and last name and then personalize if you can. I don't always do this. If my goal is to get someone's email with the least resistance possible, then I don't ask them for their first and last name. But if they're signing up for something like a webinar or something a little bit more invested, where they're like they're gonna give you an hour of their time or whatever, then that's a good time to grab their first and last name and use that when necessary. Personalization is key for relationship building. Mobile optimization is probably maybe the sacred cow of all internet marketing. You have to have mobile optimized websites. You have to have mobile optimized emails, and especially with email, more and more people are reading their email on their phones, on their devices, and it's super important that you have an email that's easy to read and formatted for a device. Again, that's super easy to set up automatically with something like a MailChimp or an Aweber. 4 and 5 go together really well. Exclusivity means they get something for being on your list that nobody else gets, whether that's when they sign up or throughout the whole course of them signing up. I like to do the second thing, to where every time they get an email from you, there's something exclusive, where they're getting exclusive information, they're getting exclusive invitations, they're getting exclusive deals, whatever you want to give them. But it makes it to where they stay active on your list. They want to open everything that you send to them. And then fifthly, incentivize. So it goes along with that. You need to give them something that they can then use that provides value to them. So make sure that your email marketing especially is providing value to the people where you're sending to their inboxes, because people's time is important and valuable, and we need to recognize that. 4, AdWords. Very important to use AdWords and to use it properly. Like I mentioned before, the vast majority of businesses who are using AdWords, and you definitely should, but the vast majority of businesses are wasting money on AdWords. Here's a couple of really quick things that you can do to improve your overall AdWords ad quality. And ad quality is important because whenever you have a score, there's a score for AdWords. It's a quality score. It goes based on all these different factors. You can look it up actually in my video below, my little navigation slideshow down below. You can find the Google score, all the properties there, and everything that they look at. And having a high ad score, a quality score, is going to make it possible for you to lower your bid and still rank higher than your competitors. So it's super important that you increase your quality. And here's 3 things that'll help you do that. Number 1, use extensions. Extensions are really important, but they're often overlooked. And they're things like phone numbers, like especially on mobile, you have a click to call phone number right in your ad. So all they have to do is click on it and it calls. It's great. And then you have maps and things like that, the extra additions to your ad that make it easy for people to contact you or find you or those kinds of things. Those are worth a lot of points in the Google system. If you use extensions properly, you can really boost your ad quality. 2, phrase match and negative keywords are very important to use. Phrase match versus broad match. So broad match would be like if I was a construction company and I targeted construction. Well, that especially for a construction company, I'm more than likely local or at the very most regional. And so if someone outside of my radius clicks on my ad, they're probably not going to want to use me because they're going to want to use someone more local. It just makes sense. And so I don't want them clicking on my ad, because if they click on my ad, they're costing me money and they're not even interested. They can't even be my customer. And so phrase match, on the other hand, versus something like construction, phrase match would be construction company in Springfield, Missouri. That is very, very targeted. It makes sure that if someone's in Springfield looking for a construction company, they find me and not the person in Seattle, Washington looking for a construction company, because I want the people in Springfield who are interested to click through my ad because those are more quality leads. In the same vein, I don't want people to click on my ad who aren't even interested in construction work. So for instance, if it was somebody looking up construction paper, I don't want my ad pulling up for construction paper. So I would add construction paper as a negative keyword to eliminate people looking for things like that have no relevance to what I'm selling or what my ad is talking about. Third is great landing pages. So you may not know this, but Google AdWords actually weighs the relevance of your landing page that you're linking to. So you may not always want to go straight to your website from Google AdWords either. You might want to put a landing page in there that's optimized properly with good search engine optimization, just the good video, things like that, things that are super relevant to your ad, because Google will give your ad a better ranking because of that. So those are 3 really quick things. There's a ton more things that you can do to optimize. That's why we offer that service. I generally won't be able to help too much, especially with the management side, if you don't spend $1,000 a month or more on AdWords. And I really like to target the $2,500 a month and up, because those are the types of companies that I'll really be able to help by managing their AdWords account. So if that's you and you're interested in a manager, I offer a free consultation. I'll see if I can save you some money, and it won't even cost you anything, because when I get paid, it gets paid off of your ad spend. So I'll get paid off of the amount of money that I save you in AdWords. So the 5th thing is Facebook ads. Super, super, super important that you get on Facebook with ads. There's a ton of targeted traffic, and Facebook is making it easier and easier for businesses to find their specific clients. Because Facebook is so interest-based, and Pinterest is going to be like this soon, but Pinterest ads are still in beta. So once Pinterest ads are more like Facebook ads, it'll be very similar. But it's so interest-focused that we can get a very good guess at to what customers will be interested in our ad, and then continue to refine that. So we get a jump start, whereas on AdWords we get less of a jump start because we're just picking keywords. But on Facebook we can actually filter by a ton of different things that really makes it super valuable. You can even import your email list into Facebook and retarget those people. So a lot of potential with a Facebook ad. Here's a couple of really important things that you should do with your Facebook ads. Number 1, you should always have clickable content. Now, I don't recommend having like the overblown headlines that overpromise and underdeliver. So you've seen them, you won't believe what happens next, those kinds of things. I hate those videos. Those are not good marketing, because even though they may get the clicks, people will be disappointed in the content. So you have to have both parts. You have to have clickable and content. So make sure that you're not overselling your content, but make sure that you do have a clickable headline, something that's engaging and appealing and very relevant to what you're actually pitching. 2, offers. Make a discount or a special or a deal or something that people can get. It could be even like a free PDF, anything that they can get from clicking. And then 3, valuable information. People are in the information age on Facebook. People love good information. They love knowing something that no one else knows. So if you can give them valuable information, they're very likely to click on whatever you're offering. So that's one. Those are 3 really good ways to optimize your Facebook ads. And then here's our equation so far. We've got content plus targeting. So targeting by keyword, targeting by interest, targeting by your email list, targeting people who are interested, plus the good content that's going to be relevant to those targeted people, equals quality leads. And we're going to bring this all the way back around. Quality leads equals sales. So remember our original equation, blank equals sales. This is the blank. If you can figure out a way to get quality targeted leads to whatever you're selling, they will convert into sales at a much higher rate. It's your warm and your hot market versus your cold market. If you're going to cold call people, you're going to be at it all day, every day, and that's going to be a very low rate of return. But if you call people who have already demonstrated interest in whatever it is you're selling, you have a much greater chance of converting those customers. We're doing the same thing. We're just doing it online. By qualifying leads before they hit our actual sales page, we have then made it better for our conversion rate for them to actually make the sale. And so that's what we help you with here at PReXpresso. Everything is case by case. Obviously, there's no one size fits all whenever you're talking about businesses, because you've got small businesses, you've got large businesses, you've got different types of goals within your campaigns. And so I'd love to talk to you about your specific goals, what you'd like to do, and how we can help you get there. So check out my Prezi presentation down there. It says, "Welcome to my brain." Basically, it just helps you understand kind of everything and how it stems off of everything else. It all ties in together. I really recommend, if you're going to do any kind of campaign, that we do all of it together, but you can also pick and choose. And if you have certain pieces in place, then that's perfectly fine. So check all of that out. And if you're interested, shoot me a line. We can definitely work with you. It's never going to cost you for me to take a look and see what I can do. So thanks for watching, everybody. Caleb Allen, PREXpresso.com, where we believe there's a .com solution to every problem. See you later.